I remember it was still raining hard when I got into my car. I locked my doors. My hands were shaking. I had to get out of there. Life wasn't so bad, but every day was the same. Long hours in the office, just staring at the screen all day. Coming home to a tiny apartment in Seoul that never quite felt like home. Worrying about money, worrying about the future, worrying about everything. I needed an escape. That's when I got into hiking. Every weekend, I packed up and headed to the mountain. All alone in the woods. No people, no signal, no stress. One weekend, I headed up north for another hike alone in the mountains. The weather forecast predicted light rain. It was wrong. The rain started pouring, and it didn't know when to stop. I could feel the car shaking with every gust. Soon, it turned into a storm. A national warning rang on my phone advising people to stay indoors. But I didn't want to go back home. I just kept driving. It quickly got dark and became impossible to drive. I couldn't see anything. GPS was useless. My phone lost signal. I had to find shelter, fast. It felt like hours, just driving around the road. Then I saw a little light through the trees, a house. I couldn't believe my eyes. I just stared at it for a moment. I wasn't sure if I should stop, but the rain got heavier, and I couldn't drive any longer. I parked my car and ran to the door. I knocked hard. An older man answered. He was surprised to see me, but invited me inside. He just stood there and stared at me just like I stared at the light when I first saw it. Then he said, there was nothing around here for miles, just trees. He offered to let me stay until the rain cleared in the morning. I was so relieved. The house was warm and cozy. The man started cooking dinner. I thought I had never met a stranger so kind. After talking for hours, I could tell he was a lonely man. He told me about his life, how he ended up living alone in the woods. He said he once owned a successful business, but when his business failed, his wife left him. Heartbroken, he came to the mountains to heal and never left. I felt sorry for him. The man seemed lonely more than anything else. I listened. It was after midnight when he finally let me sleep. He gave me blankets, and I settled in the living room. Sometime during the night, I woke up. I heard noises, talking. At first, I thought the man was on the phone. Then I remembered there was no signal out there. His voice continued. Quietly, I sat up and walked to the room. He was sitting, alone, talking, laughing softly. Suddenly, he started crying, then arguing as if there was someone there in the room with him. There was no one in the room but him, only his voice. I watched him, feeling confused. What was going on? Then the floor creaked when I moved my foot. He stopped talking. Silence. I quietly walked back and lay down, and I pretended to be asleep. After several terrifying seconds, I felt a presence standing over me, watching me. I kept my eyes closed, tried to keep my breathing slow and steady. I could hear my heartbeat. Then I heard him walk back to his room. I couldn't sleep after that. I just lay there unable to move. Just before dawn, I decided I needed to get out of there. I got up quietly and grabbed my keys. I held onto my keys tight. When I reached the door, I stopped and looked back at his room. Still dark, quiet. I ran toward my car. It was still raining hard. When I got into my car, I locked my doors. My hands were shaking. Just when I was about to start the engine, the man appeared at my window. He was completely soaked, just standing there staring at me. Looking in, our eyes met. Then he slowly smiled and knocked on the window. He asked, "Where are you going so early in the morning?"